Hello, this is Mary with All Things Automotive, bringing you here today a 2019 Nissan Rogue SV. This vehicle features a 2.5-liter inline-4 gasoline engine with all-wheel drive. There have been no accidents or damages reported at CARFAX, and this vehicle has had 2 previous owners. As we get closer here to the front of this mid-size SUV, you'll be able to see that it is a sleek Metallic Caspian Blue with chrome and black accents, as you'll be able to see there on the front grille. We'll come along here to the side of this vehicle and take a look at its wheels and tires. This vehicle has silver 17-inch aluminum alloy wheels, and as for the tire treads, you have got a good amount of life left in them, but I'll get you those exact measurements here in just a second, as this vehicle, along with all other vehicles here at All Things Automotive, has undergone a new multi-point inspection, as well as received a fresh oil change, a new cabin air filter, and a new engine air filter. So you don't need to worry about replacing any of those anytime soon. Here on the outside of your mirror caps, you do have your turn signal indicators integrated into those, and as you'll be able to see here on the inside of these mirrors are heated, which will help to prevent them from fogging up, as well as to help de-ice them in inclement weather. And all along the top of this SUV, you do have silver roof rails if you ever want to transport anything up there. On the handles of this vehicle, you do have passive keyless entry, which is really convenient. Basically, if the vehicle is locked, you'll be able to get into it without ever having to take the keys out of your pocket or your purse. We'll now take a look here to the inside of this vehicle. Here on the inside of this SUV, you do have a lovely jet black cloth upholstery on the seats for a smooth and comfortable ride. And like I mentioned earlier, you do have those chrome and black accents making their way up the dashboard. While we're looking over here, I'll just open up the glove box and bring you the results of that multi-point inspection that I was talking about. As you'll be able to see here on this inspection form, you do have green checks the entire way around. And as for your tire treads, you have 6 30-seconds in your left front tire, 8 30-seconds in your right front tire, 6 30-seconds in your left rear tire, and 7 30-seconds in your right rear tire. And as for your brake pads, you have 10 30-seconds in the front and 9 30-seconds in the rear. I'd also like to mention that with the purchase of this vehicle, you do get the original owner's manual with it as well. So if you have any questions after you buy it, you'll be able to look them up in there. We'll now continue on to take a look here at the rear occupant seating. As you'll be able to see back here, this vehicle can seat a total of 5 people, but if you seat 4 or less, this middle seat does fold down to become an additional armrest with 2 cup holders in it. You also have pockets on the backs of both of those front seats, and down on the floor, you do have carpeted floor mats to help keep your floors nice and clean. Over here on the door, all of the doors do have a cup holder in them, as well as powered windows. I'll just close that door and we'll continue to take a look here at the rear of this SUV. All along the bumper, you do have rear proximity sensors. That is what those little dots are, and they will let you know if there's anything behind you whenever you're backing over parking, and you also have a backup camera to go along with that as well. I will just open up this liftgate, and as you'll be able to see, it does go up with the push of a button as it is powered. Alright, as you'll be able to see back here, you do have a fair amount of space in the rear to haul some pretty significant items, and these carpeted floor mats can very easily go up and down to give you either a lot more space or to give you different levels to store different items on. Those seats in front do also fold down to give you a lot more space, and they also have top and bottom anchor tether points if you have little ones who need car seats. And underneath the floorboards back here, you do have a spare tire as well if you're ever in a pinch. I will just close the liftgate and we'll continue on to take a look here at the driver's side of this vehicle. I would like to mention that with the purchase of this vehicle, you do get 2 keys for your convenience, and both of them come with remote start as well. This vehicle comes with powered mirrors, powered windows, and powered door locks. And as for the driver's seat, you do have 8-way powered seating adjustments, so you can move the seat forwards, backwards, up, down, tilting the seat forward and back, and then 2-directional lumbar support. You also have a tilting steering wheel, meaning you can move it up and down to fit you as you like. And to the left of that steering wheel, you can remotely open that liftgate from the driver's seat, your different drive mode switches, and then your electronic stability control toggle, which just helps to prevent skidding and sliding. I'll now just get inside this SUV and turn it on for you. This vehicle is a push-to-start. And now that the engine is running and the dashboard's lit up, you'll be able to see that this vehicle has about 77,944 miles on it. We'll take our attention over here to the left side of the steering wheel, as over here are your dashboard navigation buttons. So with these, you can cycle through all the different information and services this vehicle provides to you. Right to the left of those dashboard navigation buttons, you do have your volume controls, and then on the right side of the steering wheel, you do have your cruise controls, as well as your Bluetooth and call controls, as this vehicle does have smartphone integration. We'll now take a look here to the center of this vehicle. Here in the center of this vehicle, you do have a lovely touchscreen LCD display, and I'll just throw it in reverse to show you that backup camera in action. To the left and right of that display, you do have buttons for it, as well as your volume knob right there. A bit farther down, you do have your climate controls. Farther down still, you have a small space for something like your phone, a USB charging port, power outlet, and aux cord plug-in, your main gear shift, 2 cup holders. The front driver's seat and the front passenger seat are both heated to help keep you warm in the winter. A bit farther back, you do have your main storage compartment with another USB charging port and power outlet inside. And we'll now move on to the last section of this video. Here in the last section of this video, we do want to address that this vehicle is pre-owned, so we'll be looking around for any blemishes, nicks, or stains. We know a lot of our customers come from very far away, so we want to make the purchasing process transparent and straightforward. We want you to know what you're getting with the purchase of this vehicle, imperfections and all. So as I'm looking around the inside of this SUV, you do have minor wear in several places, such as some discolorations there on the ceiling as well as on the seat. But other than those, nothing is standing out to me. There are no odors or scents whatsoever. So we'll continue to take a look here now at the outside of this vehicle. Again, we'll be looking a bit down for any of those imperfections, starting by coming along here to the front. And here along the front of this vehicle, you do have several nicks, most likely from stone chips. Stone chipping is extremely common. Almost every vehicle has some form of it. The only way you can really prevent it is just by not driving your vehicle. This vehicle's hood was also repainted to help fix some of those imperfections, and while it's not overtly noticeable in most any situation, the undertones of the different paint might come out in the sunlight. We'll come along here now to the passenger side. A few nicks right behind the wheel, most likely from stone chips spun up by those wheels, and a few a bit farther back as well. And we'll continue around here now to the rear of this SUV. Some scuffing there on the passenger side of the rear. Now often on SUVs where I do tend to see several imperfections is where the liftgate meets the bumper, as people don't take care of putting items in and taking items out. And as I take a look here, you do have some minor wear on that black plastic just from general use. And as for the bumper, you do have a fair amount of scuffing along that paint. And I will just close the tailgate, and we'll continue back around here to the driver's side. And we are back to where we started. That generally concludes this video vehicle tour. This vehicle has a lot of great features to offer. If you're interested in a blue mid-size SUV with the ability to seat 5, fold-down seats with a good amount of space in the rear, a rear power liftgate, backup camera, rear proximity sensors, a spare tire, silver roof rails, 2 keys with remote start, heated front seats, smartphone integration, passive keyless entry, and all-wheel drive, this is a good option for you. If you're interested in this vehicle, come and check it out at All Things Automotive, located at 21518 Great Cove Road, McConnellsburg, PA. Or you can give us a call at 717-485-4224. You can also check out this midsize SUV and other listings on our website at www.allthingsautomotive.com. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.